Salutations world, my name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. I appreciate you, I adore you, thank you so much for viewing, and I really hope that you know that I mean that, right? Like, feel it all up in here, okay? I've been looking back at my videos and I'm like, man, my voice is really annoying. It's so high-pitched and it's weird, and I apologize for my voice. That's stupid. I don't know why I'm apologizing for my voice. Like, this is how I was born and there's nothing I can do to change it. So, sorry, not sorry. I'm stalling. Guys, I've been carrying this secret with me for about 2 or 3 years now. Only a couple of very close friends know about it, and an occasional sprinkle of people here and there, and the government know it. And, something that I like to pride myself on is my honesty. I try not to keep any secrets. And I'm still stalling. I need to share my story of my DUI. Okay? I just said it, and I shared it with the fucking world. Oh my god, I can't believe I just fucking did that. Okay, so let me tell you why I've been avoiding talking about it. I know that nobody's perfect, but I carry a lot of guilt and shame with it, especially since I've been bartending as my main job, and I see the toxic culture of alcohol, and I feel like I'm contributing to it because of my story and my history with it. So it was a night out with friends, and my ex and I had gotten into a huge fight, and I got very angry, and I got in my car and I drove away, and I drove to a parking lot and I just slept. And I woke up and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, you know, let me just drive back home. Like, the fight happened, it's over and done with. So I got pulled over, did the whole walking test, and it was raining, and I remember it was raining, and it was very wet, and it was very cold. It was a very cold night that night, and I was taken to jail, and I was shoeless. I remember that. I was shoeless, and I was so angry. I was so angry because I felt so inconvenienced. I was like, I know that drinking and driving is bad, and I'm not even that intoxicated, and so I don't understand why I'm being arrested. And it's crazy. I remember being treated like shit, being pulled around. I was taken to solitary confinement because I was talking a lot of shit. I was talking so much shit that they felt it was necessary to put me in solitary confinement. I was stripped of my clothes, so all I had was like this potato sack to wear, and I remember thinking that I have to go to work. There's no way that I can miss work. Like, you have to let me go. Like, I have to go to work. And I was doing jumping jacks in my cell. And I don't know why I'm laughing right now. Like, I laugh when I'm nervous. I know this isn't very funny. I know this is a very serious issue. We're gonna get to that in a second. But I remember I was doing jumping jacks in my cell, and I was singing in my cell, and they eventually were like, we're gonna put you in with the other inmates so you can actually see what it's actually like. And I would remember I was talking to the other girls, and they kept saying that you have to not come back here. You have to do everything you can to not come back here. And I remember when I was finally released, my family got my bail, and I ran up to my mom and I was just crying. I was pouring crying because I was like, I can't believe that actually happened to me. Fast forward to the court process was very long. It was extremely tedious. I was on probation for a year. I did community service for a year, 50 hours of community service. 50 hours doesn't sound like a lot of time, but when you also have a full-time job and a full-time boyfriend and a full-time dog, it felt like for fucking ever. And I remember the people that I met along the way. I was doing everything I could to make this to make this awful situation good. So I would take those opportunities when I was meeting with my probation officer to meet people and to talk to them and to understand their story and to remind myself why I could never come back here, why I could never do this again. My probation officer was the sweetest lady in the world. I was going to say her name, but I probably shouldn't say her name. She was always very kind and very caring. She always got me in and out. Spent a lot of money. Oh my God, like, it's so much money put in at following your DUI process. I remember the place where I did my community service. The lady who was in charge was a huge sweetheart. She would always make sure that I was hydrating, that I was getting water. She would always say, "Take it easy, sweetheart. Take it easy. Like it's not a real job." She would feed me as well. I remember the men that I would meet. I was always the only girl. I was always the only girl when I was doing my community service, and the men that I would meet, and they would share their story with me about their regrets and what they wish they would have done, but they're trying to look on the upside of things. And I remember my last day of community service, I got a flat tire on the way there. And I called the lady who was in charge of the center, and I said, "I swear to God, I'm on my way. Like, I only have such and such amount of hours, but I'm going to complete them today, even if I have to stay there when you are closed." And I did it, and I felt so free. And I didn't notice how trapped I felt for a year, how I had lost my freedom because I made this one stupid choice. And yet you don't appreciate your freedom enough. And that's why I always tend to roll my eyes when people say, "Oh, we're not free as human beings. We are slaves to the government," which, you know, like in one sense that's very true. But in another sense, have you ever had to ask for permission to leave the city or the state? Have you ever had someone take away your driver's license and you say, "You're not allowed to drive anymore"? You've lost your individuality because you made a stupid mistake. And I was inspired to share this story because I'm a huge follower of Koi Fresco. If you don't know who he is an author, educator, motivator, and he's amazing. And he shared his story and his history with his DUI. And I was like, you know what? If he is brave enough to share it, then why can't I? People always say that, "Oh, if I could relive it again, I totally would." And I'm like, no, I would never fucking live through that ever again. I think though that year of my life was when I was my most disciplined, when I was my most optimistic, which is funny because like I consider myself optimistic now, but back then, like, I was forced to. I had to. Everyone in my family knew about it, and they would always rub it in my face that, "Oh, remember, you're the one who got the DUI. You're the one who's a bad member of the society." And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm hearing all this bad stuff from my family. I need to say nothing but good stuff to myself, and I totally fucking forgot about that. Why I hate bartending? Because drinking and driving has become so normalized now. Everyone does it. Literally, everyone does it, but they don't realize the consequences with it, that you can potentially kill someone. You could hurt yourself. You can wreck your car. And, I mean, also considering the fact that, you know, your car is a fucking hot box. You know, you're driving in your own fucking tomb as well. But we're not going to talk about cars right now. I don't know why I'm so, like, nasally right now. But I hate when people are like, "Oh, I love bartending because I can get people drunk and I can make tons of money off of it." That's always made me feel so uncomfortable, and I feel like I should have vocalized that, hey, that was me, that person that you're trying to get drunk, and they're going to drive home and they're going to fuck up their life. And it's not funny. It's not a joke. I'm very much still Team Uber. I'm Team Lyft. Even though sometimes their fucking customer service fucking sucks. But I'm all about that. I'm all about walking home. And I always consider the fact that, can you afford to give away a year of your life, or sometimes even more? Then don't drink and drive. I'm glad that I'm sharing this. I feel like I literally feel so light right now because I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. I think I have no more secrets now. I have no more secrets now. It's so freeing. I really feel so light right now. Maybe because I'm hungry and I should eat something is why I feel so lightheaded. But yeah, that's my story. I regret it. I carry it everywhere with me. I got the charge reduced down to reckless driving. But I always wear the label of DUI because I need to own what I did. So yeah, don't drink and drive. Don't encourage people to do it because it's not fun giving away a year or even more of your life. Probation is not fun. But if you are going through it, if you are actively going through this situation right now, know that it's not the end of the world. Own and accept and be aware that it's going to get better. Eventually it's going to go away. Be extremely optimistic throughout the process. You're going to hear lots of negative stuff from the courts, from maybe from your probation officer, from your friends. You're going to get a lot of judgment everywhere. You need to do everything you can not to judge yourself and to move on and move past it. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for viewing. I feel so fucking free right now. I don't have to hide it anymore. Oh my God. I did it. Thank you for watching, guys.